Hello.
Hello.
And welcome to our show. It's nice, Annette. It's great to see you on here. I just realized I forgot to put on a 5 or 10 minute warning like I usually do. So hopefully people will find us.
This is the 5-second warning.
Okay. Well, I think this is more like we're trying to remember things and we're seeing if anyone else can remember things because there was no warning.
2 people on tonight, that'll be good.
I'm so glad. So this will see who really actually pays attention to time in their life. Oh, thank you. Oh, we have people on. I have this momentary thought of, oh, this will be interesting. It'll just go to replay. I mean, what can we say? But we're thrilled to have you with us tonight. And
I'm Tim.
I'm Karen.
From Stampin' on the Back Porch.
And just to chat a minute first, we are glad to be home.
Yes.
Well, we're actually really glad, but not for a good reason. But we had, you guys, this storm came through. I mean, in Iowa was terrible. I mean, it's a lot of storms. So we aren't complaining, but we had tons of rain and then lots of snow, and we have a flooded basement. And the reality is we're realizing we're a little old to be trying to move all this furniture around, pull up carpet.
We are.
Our son is coming to help us tomorrow, but his wife has a business and that all flooded. So they've been just totally busy. So it is just, it is what it is. But I'm really grateful that we are home just because we could come home to a really mildewed, horrible mess. So at least we'll get that up and we'll have the old original crummy tile floor, and that's just fine. It's all good, but we just can't haul that wet carpet up by ourselves. So we did a good job of moving on. We don't have tons of stuff down there, but I'd rather be crafting, so goes life. Yes. So just a couple of quick things. You guys probably know that Waves of the Ocean Commotion last week. If you missed that last week, I showed tons and tons of cards that are just gorgeous out of that. You'll want to catch that out if you are wondering about that. This week, since we're in Chicago, we did something fun over in the Back Porch Stampers. We are playing tic-tac-toe. And there are a lot of really fun cards. So go on over there and see what that's about. It's about picking any 3 things in a row and making a card that has all 3 of them. So that's in the Back Porch Stampers. And the next class coming up, March 18th, whatever that weekend is, Friday night and Saturday, is in the All Good Cards Club. And it is a dozen ways to use your watercolor pencils. We'd love to have you join us.
Did we play tic-tac-toe with our grandkids? Or did we do it on Facebook Live?
On Facebook Live.
Oh, okay. I remember doing it.
Are you just trying to show your memory loss?
Yes.
Okay.
I couldn't remember which one.
Yes, so we did it on that. We did other things the grandkids. Oh, and you guys, by the way, thanks to those of you who watched the video that our grandkids did. The thing that was cool about it is our grandson, Kale, we have 2 10-year-old grandsons, Hank, who lives locally, that a bunch of you know, and then a 10-year-old in Chicago.
Kale Timothy.
And he wanted to learn how to do all this. So I taught him how to use StreamYard, how to, he took the photograph and he made the thumbnail in PicMonkey to, figure out all that. He did everything from scratch. So that was just really, really fun. He also did a PowerPoint, and I'm going to put up the cover because the cover was very cool. He said something about Karen Titus, the coolest grandma YouTuber ever. But I wouldn't know what to do with the PowerPoint, so he knew how to do that. But so we're sitting with the PowerPoint where we have no use for it. So thanks you guys for just watching. I said, it's just fun to get them involved in doing things like that. Okay, before I lose my train of thought. Oh, so the dozen ways to use your watercolor. I will put a link up to that. We absolutely love classes. They're just so fun. And of course you have access forever. So it doesn't matter if you can't be on live, but you'll see all kinds of other people show their things, just like we do in the Back Porch Stampers. And sometimes it's nice to have, it's kind of like a reference point, a dozen ways all in one point. And I know that I underuse my watercolor pencils. So it's been really fun to bring them out and just play with lots of ideas. All right. And some of you went ahead and ordered your pencils so you would be ready. Yeah, it's fun to have the kids involved. And I think as they get a little older, by involving them now, it is fun because they can do more and more, with us. So we just totally appreciate that. And Gail, thank you for loving the classes. That is wonderful. Ginger has her pencils ready. Yes. And I did put up I'll put it under the link, anything else you might need for class, or shoot me an email. organization isn't my greatest strength. And also, if you're getting my emails, every week I send a new card tutorial. So you want to make sure you're on my list for that too. So that's pretty cool. But we have a great sentence for today. I did not know when we showed this. Should I put this down? I think it's a little hard to. Let's look at this. This is pretty fun. I looked at this and I could not imagine one single sentence with this. And we've got Sean Smith came up with, just not joining your 9 silly zagging girls. It sounds like a club that you just don't want to join. So as long as it's not just not joining your All Good Cards Club, Karen, we are totally good. So I thought, that is wonderful. We love it. So this month, there are just so many wonderful specials because there's that Waves of Inspiration. And then, the little embossing thing, Tim, I forgot to bring that out to show it. I have to show it on Thursday. The mini embossing machine is on sale at 20% off. And then a bunch of the bundles from the regular catalog. So I thought we'd look at some of those tonight. Now, if you go to my website or my shop, you'll see all of them here in a row, but we're going to just kind of be going through them. So, Joan said, sorry for the basement episode. I was thinking about doing a little video down there, but it wouldn't, it would be fun watching us try to move furniture and pull up the stuff. So that's great. So anyway, I love to come back. And yes, for the classes, you don't need even the Stampin' Up! Watercolor pencils. We are all about using what you have in life. But I might as well just say here in case we need, but you will want blender pens and then either water painters or just a paintbrush. Just, if you've got some of those from art class or your kids have some, watercolor paper, and maybe shimmery white if you want, because that's kind of a nice thing. But otherwise, and definitely stays on ink because we're going to get it wet. So you want the stays on. So there's your short list right there. So let's get started on the sale. But of course, shoot me an email if you have more questions. We are going to start with page 11. So if you're following along, and I didn't quite find for quite all of the different bundles. So now this is true confessions. I want to know how many of you have all of these. But I just, this is a good reason to bring out some cards again from the main catalog. So Sue says you have such a positive attitude for your disaster. Well, mostly we're glad we're home. It didn't happen. But I just think with everything going on in the world, hey, our problems are so minor.
Very small.
We have a house. We can deal with this. So we might as well laugh because there's not much else we can do about it. And I'll still pull something off for Thursday. I just get a little behind.
So page 11.
Hey, nothing new. So this is really a fun stamp set. So we're going to show a few cards here. This first one is from, let me see. This must be from Janice Waitman. Or is it on the back? Oh, yeah, it's from Lynn Feldkamp. Okay, so I'll get it mixed up. This is what we call an M card. Well, do you see really? This is like a folded in half. It's really a Z fold. But you see when you do a Z fold like this, now we can have it kind of be a little stand-up card. So how cool is this? I'd have to lean it against the wall, but it would be, isn't that fun?
Very nice.
So it could be a drop-down card, but I think, and we're going to do this with a little panel on the side coming up. I've got a whole bunch of classes, a whole bunch of Thursdays planned up, but that'll be fun.
And I just love that.
And otherwise it's like a drop down, but isn't that cool? So we have 2 of the dies here. We have the brown, and then we have from the paper on that page, from that green. So isn't that true? And I just love that. You truly inspire me.
Which one? That one? Or?
It's the bigger one. Well, it's the die. See, these are the dies.
Oh, okay.
Right here. So it's the dies cut out. And then the paper. And I thought, I love that. Okay, now we have for Janice Waitman. And I thought, what a cool, simple idea. Sometimes we like to complicate things. This would be, look how fun this is. This is just cut paper. So we have the green, the land, the sky. And isn't that awesome? Mm-hmm. And it's all paper from that pack. And I think, that would be a beautiful sympathy card or any kind of a card. But I just really like that. And then here is another one, trees. This is Linda Johnson. Can never get too many trees. Look how, so this is the smaller die cut, and it's like a thicker look like that. And then look at, this is that intricate one. This is the same one that's behind this one. But how cool is that? And we've got like the moon behind it. So it's like a night.
Show the inside. I don't know if
And this has a little thing inside.
inside.
And again, both of these would be great masculine cards. And this is just interesting how she did a ribbon down the side like that. And then we have one more, and this is Lisa Schmid. Shout out to Lisa. She's on my team. And this is, we just made cards like this in my last class. You guys will know because we did, the center fold is folded down, and then you can turn this into an easel card. And I love that. She's got the words here, you truly inspire me. One bird there to hold us up and one up there. So I think that is just really fun. So anyway, that's an awesome set.
Very nice.
Next, we will go to page 12.
That's easy.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to try to take my stickers out while I'm
Is that
at
my
it, so it'll be
problem?
easy.
I'll show you my problem. I have Band-Aids on both thumbs, so it's kind of hard.
Is this from working on the basement and trying to dig up all the
No,
stuff?
mine-
I don't know.
I just,
Okay.
I have something wrong with this thumb, but this one is just
Okay. So maybe he's trying to get out of
it's a
helping
dry
me.
weather. Yeah.
Now, what's interesting, both of these are on sale with their things. And I only have one card with this Seascape, but is it a lovely card? How pretty is this?
Yep.
Like that. It's just, look at that. Just thought. And we've got the little
The seahorse.
seahorse and the seaweed coming up and the stamps right there. This card is from Evie Piazza. I just love that. And then on this page, the art gallery. For floral cards, this is so pretty. This is, first one is Stacy Kratz. And notice how, let's see, the dies must be, okay, well, anyway, the dies, but you see how this is pulled out right there? And this is actually a 3-step stamp. So we've got the base, which is the lightest color, and then a darker color right there, and then full strength, even darker there. So there's 3-step stamping right there.
Very nice.
Which is very cool.
Who's that from?
This one was Stacy Kratz. And this one, look how pretty this is. I love how you just changed the colors. And she did not add the middle. So it looks good with or without the middle. And there were the yellows and the blues. And this one is Kathy Chapman. And I love these little banner things in there. So I'm thinking of you. And then using a whole different set of flowers. This one is Terry Gaines. And I thought, how fun is that? So I just look at the versatile. And if you'll notice,
silver and
see how that's stamped in one color underneath in the
Yeah.
green. So you have all the green, and then this part's just popped up. So you're not coloring. This is one stamp, but she stamped it twice and then die cut the tops out and popped up. So very cool. Very cool. And then next, Sharon says, thought you guys were just in the basement. We were working, but we had to come up and quick find some cards. But we managed.
page.
Next, page 15. And I only have one card for this one too, but I love this. And this is just welcoming window. This is just so fun because you can look out this window. So you can put all kinds of things in the background. This is Doreen Knudsen. This is one of my customers made this and sent this to me. How cool is that? I just love this. Look at the flower pots. What a great thing. And what a great gardening, home, welcome home. I just think that is just an absolutely stunning card. We've got the flowers there in the window. And you can see how you could put any kind of scene under the window. So really a great stamp set. What color cardstock is that orange one? That was Mango Melody. I think I'm right on that, but I can tell you if I go back to it, I'd have to go look at I better not guarantee it, but that's what I think it is. Okay. Next, page 17. I had, okay, Tim, this is interesting. I must have some, do you see, I've got more sunflower cards right down there. Do you want to run and get them? This is one of my most used sets. I love this. Celebrate sunflowers. And, thinking of Ukraine, that is also their national flower. I know a lot of people have been doing sunflower
Does
cards.
this have to be taken out?
Yeah, just take a couple of them out. I have a whole stack of these. I have even more than these, but we'll show a couple. So these first two use the dies, and I wanted to point out here that this is Renee Conkey. Look how cool this is with tone on tone. It's the same color. So this is the bumblebee, but the base card is that, and so is this. And then just brown in the center. And I love that. And now look at this one, which has lost its name. Some of these are older cards, but look at how this was stamped underneath in brown, just stamped. And then we have the bumblebee over it. So it's kind of a tone on tone. It's kind of fun, the different things you can do with it. This one is from Kim Williams. Whoops, got to protect that. But look how cool the coloring is here. So this has been done on, it is on white paper, but it looks like she's sponged it all, which is just another way to make it really cool. So it's kind of variegated, but then we have more of a red here. So this is like bumblebee and then kind of more of a red tone. Isn't that striking?
It's very nice.
And then all of these sticking out. And then miles apart, but still in my heart. Yeah, I love that. This is one that I did with the bleach technique. I know in the Back Porch Stampers, people were talking about bleaching lately. And I did a whole video. Actually, I have 2 videos up using bleaching, but isn't that cool? So that actually comes from the paper. It's just bleached out. Did I do this one?
Yeah.
This one was sent to me for, it's a personal card. So from Karen, from a fellow Karen, and your last name is going to go in my downline, but your last name is going to go right out the window. But you see how this is just lightly sponged too? Isn't that pretty? I just love that variegated color. And then she's got the leaves and this coming out. I think, how cool is that? Oh, good, Gail. People are giving you hints on what you might want to do for your fingers. So you'll have some new things to try, but that's good because, yes, you could use some ideas.
How do you read that? Cow
This is the Cow Whisperer, but she doesn't have her actual name. So it's her business name. But what I love about this card, look at how different this is in the black. So we have the black outline. So she's stamped on the bumblebee, and then it's a black background. So it's a totally different look.
I love that.
I think, how fun is that?
I love things that are bold like that.
Well, and it's kind of surprising because you kind of do a double take. So you think, oh, that's not what you would be expecting in a sunflower card. And we have one more. You guys, I actually have a whole bunch more, but I just tried to pick out a few for each. And Tim picked, I think, the wrong pile for this, so they're just totally fine. No, I think I have a short stack. No, it doesn't matter. I've got tons. We could do a whole nother night of this, Tim. Do you know that? But here's another cool one. This has lost its name too, but this is stamped.
I saw it.
Oh, it fell out. Oh, good. Okay, Carmen McNamara. Now, what's cool about this card, notice here it's stamped in the brown, it's a soft suede, on the bumblebee. So all these are like different ways of coloring, and some of them have added color and some do not have added color. And some of the color is just right in the paper, but I thought, how cool is that? So those are really fun. I think the sunflower cards are
nice.
They're one of my favorites. If you don't have that, that is just a wonderful thing.
Page.
Now then we're going to page 22. And it is the Garden Wishes. So that one right there. And I have this just stunning card with this. You'll see that I'm really highlighting the dies in the cards that I picked out. Partly just because when they're coming in as a bundle, you know, you want to have the dies to work with. So I guess I just pulled more of those out. I have more with them just stamping. And this is Amy Rich. And look how cool this is when it stands up like this. And this is the die that goes with that. Is that really fun? And then here's another die that goes with it.
Lay that out flat so they can see how it all fits together.
See, it's all just a flat card. So
Very
isn't that cool? Always pay attention. Let me know what things you want to learn because I pay attention to that. And then look how fun this is. This is another die in that, and just across this popped up part. And this has lost its name, but I think how fun. She's got the little ladybug right there in the corner of it. So that's really fun.
So tell me about this. Where does that come from?
It's a die, and it's just several of them, different sizes, and then they're stacked up. So isn't that just a rich looking piece?
It is.
So that's fun. Next, we will go to 29, Pansy Patch. And I only have a couple for this. I have used Pansy Patch a lot. I know we've used it even in our weekly retreat thing. So Rebecca says everything. She wants to learn everything. So I got all of it also. Oh, very fun. Okay, so I have two here. This one is Jan McClurg. I love these kind of cards where it's a double fold out. That opens. Mm-hmm. And this is from the paper, but there are dies that cut this out. And then I thought I'd show one that has the actual die. And this one is Amy's Story. So this is, if you do the dies from scratch on solid paper, look how cool that is. And then you layer them. So we have the base, and then this goes over it, and this goes over it, and that. Cool. So it's like 4 pieces in that, and then the leaf. And then that whimsical die around the outside. So how fun. Rebecca said she's having a blast with Pansy Patch. Now, I love Pansy Patch. I also love the paper, and so you can cut the paper, but you see all the different layers on the coloring there. It is a great stamp set.
It looks very mundane compared to how it actually looks when you put it all together.
Yeah, so there are the dies right there. Okay, next we're going to page 34. This one's for you, Tim, and I haven't even had you play with it. You know, Tim doesn't sit and play with stamp sets, so unless I figure out something for him to make with it.
If it's for me,
but I think about him. I should play with it and make him a card.
Yes, you should.
That's the deal, because this is the What's
Kitchen
Cooking stamp set. So it's what he immediately loved in this catalog. So look at all those cool things. Happiness is Homemade, What's Cooking. So we have two really fun ones here.
I still have old-fashioned things like these.
Yeah.
What do they call them again?
Rolling pin?
Rolling pin, yeah.
And when's the last time you used it? I think you collect it more than you have it. It was because it was your mom's.
I think, but Thanksgiving or something pretty.
I think our daughter pulled it out to do something. Yeah. Oh, no, when your sister was here, they tried making Swedish oat cakes from your mom's recipe book. They didn't turn out the way anyone remembered them. So.
I liked them, but they didn't turn out.
But look how cute this is. This is Kay Cogbill. I love this card. Look how she's just used one little accent piece and then built her picture in there. And then the rest is just plain. You know, we've got the pattern paper and then that. Isn't that pretty? And we've got the little things. What's Cooking? I think I love that. And then here's one. If you like to putz more, this one is Marcy Daniels. Okay. And this is another double open one. So we've got this, Sending You a Dash of Kindness. And you open. Now, I don't think okay. Yes, I have to do it right.
I knew there was something else.
Yes, and your dash of kindness. And then the next one has the cutting board. And then A Spoonful of Love. Is that just great? Good. What a fun thing.
Mushroom, tomato, and celery.
Thea's one if you've ever seen a glass rolling pin. I haven't. Have you?
I don't think so.
No, that's interesting. And Jean says her mom just gave her daughter some of her rolling pins. Oh, that's cool. It's so fun to have things passed on if they're going to use them. And it's so fun for the older person to get to pass their things on. Page 45. I only have one of this, but you've seen me do a million things with these cards. This is the Wildcats. Okay, Tim is struggling. I'll show the card first, and then he'll show the page. Yeah. But this from the paper. This is just the paper again, so it's not the stamp, but it is die cut out. And I think that's really cool. And what a fun use of the tags. I love the tags thing. Okay, I got it. Okay, he got it. Okay, to the rescue. Here we are. See? But you could stamp it, and there's a 2-step stamp. That's really fun. So this is another. I think it's a fun set. I've used it actually a lot. Karen is a marble rolling pin, and she loves it. I'd forgotten. I've seen marble. Yeah. Oh, and you love it. So do you make pies? What do you make with it? Cindy has a granite rolling pin, uses it at least 8 times a year. Okay, what do you guys make with it? Just pie crusts? I mean, I can't imagine. We're not going to be putsy enough to make pies. I can guarantee it, but it sounds wonderful. Oh, Diane says glass rolling pins open and you can fill with cold water for weight in rolling out your dough. Oh, very interesting. Well, I would love to know if there's other things you do with them because pies are all, and I love pie. But I don't think Tim is going to start making them. Okay, page 61. Should we just use mine, Tim?
For you? No.
Oh, okay. No, it's a game. You're doing just fine. Cookies and pie crust. Oh, So the Swedish oat cakes we tried to make were like a cookie. What other kind of cookies do you roll out? That is interesting. Oh, Rebecca, she makes lefse with hers. Yes, that's my favorite thing.
So our neighbors make lefse and they give us.
They give us some. Oh, and boy, do we treasure it. So Sweet as a Peach bundle is another bundle I have used a ton. And the paper you can cut out like this, or you can stamp. This has been actually stamped and cut out. So yeah, so the pieces there. Have a peachy day. This is from Kathy Craft. But look at all these fun pieces. And then I'm going to put side by side. This is Barb Mulligan. And what's really fun about hers, I can take that for now. I love how this has the V down here and you open it. Isn't that cool? So you open it that way. So you see this accent down here. Isn't that cool? And she's just sponged a very soft background right there.
Peachy.
Diane has a gold colored rolling pin that she got as a wedding present. We need to do a cooking time on a Thursday, like doing all kinds of cooking things and keep talking about cooking stories, because how fun. I love this card too. This is really gorgeous. Greta Leonard. I love how she did this accent piece coming down there with the black and white. And then this is on vellum. So it just really stands up like that. And these are just gorgeous.
They are.
And then this one is Rhonda Bassler. Notice how many cards tonight have been the double, open and open again. That is such a great thing. We haven't done that for a while.
Write.
Yes, that will be one we should do coming up, because there's so many things you can do with that. And then this one, is Robin Ryan. And I love this too. You're as, look at that fun little Sweet as a Peach. We have a couple of peaches. You know, on one of the other cards, we saw this being used. Look at this background. And I love how she took pattern paper and just made it smaller on the inside. So the white is like a frame there. Bread, cinnamon rolls, cookies, pie crust, pizza crust. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Okay, I have requests for the double open card, and it won't be this week, but it might be next. I went for something really fun and easy this week. It's more in my mind than actually done, but you know, I go to page 109.
You're telling me?
Don't have a lot of time this week. It
me?
all depends on how much time I have to go from scratch. 109, yep.
We're going from 60-something to 109.
To 109. And look at this. This set is on sale, and I love it. And I didn't have time to find any cards. I'm sure I have some, but none popped up in the short time I was looking. So this is the Hydrangea Haven. So this is just a visual. Okay, we're going to go with that. And then next, we'll go to 110. Oh, that'll be easy, or not.
Why not? I did it.
Quiet Meadow is really a fun one here. And this is, I have some really interesting cards here. Look at how lovely this card. This is kind of an over-the-top card with a lot of layers. This is Amy Combs. And look, she even did the inside. And do you see? So this is one of the dies, and she's done it in designer series paper. And then it's on top of things. She's done this. Then I want to show you this card, which has lost its name. But notice how this is the reverse image. This has been cut out, and I'm sure she used this part as white. She would use this on a different card and then used the reverse part. So do you see how that would have belonged in there? Isn't that cool? Two totally different ways to use your dies. This is really fun. Okay, good. Cheryl said this is helping, so she can kind of follow along with us. So that is good. And then notice this one. Like, this is a fun card. This is Carol Baumgardner. She's done all these in black. And look how stunning that is. And then put it on that sparkly paper.
They're called silhouette.
Yeah, so it's all silhouetted on this deep, rich color. And then this one is Amy Rich. And these are done in different colors, colored and layered on that way. I just think those are really, really fun cards. So those are just beautiful.
I love them.
Yep. Oh, we're getting to the end here. Page 117. This might be our last one.
Oh, I got more pages though.
Okay. This, I just put a card out with this set to show, because we use this set on, you guys know that I send out a card kit each month if you place a $50 order or more in my online store. And I send all the pieces are die cut, so you can assemble them. You will add like if there's words or something, and I can't stamp images, so I send them. This was a perfect set to use, and I loved the cards I sent out. I was going to show one of them, but I had only one left. But anyway, but here's some more just stunning cards. This is Angie Leach. So you have these parts, and then you have these dies are amazing. So check these out. So we have the little background here. Look at that. That's the background stamp,
Yep.
and then look at this. All squared away. Is that a gorgeous card? And I love how she's taken the square. So this is a square. That's what it's called, all squared away. This is a larger square. And then this is a square. She's got the words on. I think that is just really, really fun. Rebecca was saying, commented back about the silhouette cards, how pretty they are, and she doesn't think to use them. Yes. That's why I think it's so fun to look at cards and kind of talk through them. So speaking of silhouettes, because silhouette is such a great look. Look at this. This is done as a silhouette. Isn't that cool? Just doing it in black instead of your typical green, this part. I think that is really pretty.
Very cool.
And this has lost its name. This also has vellum. So notice how the vellum softens. This would be a much brighter one. And notice the vellum's not even attached. You don't need to attach it. It could be attached under here. But see how that gives a very soft look, and it keeps the drama on this.
Yeah.
Very dramatic, a focal point. Then Barbara, you should have received a card kit with your order. If anyone doesn't, do let me know. Things do get lost in the mail. The other thing that happens occasionally this month, I've already had somebody place an order, qualifying order, but they did not, they checked on, you know, you always get asked, do you want to receive emails or something? And people think it means Stampin' Up is sending things. No, it just means, can I have your information? And I always feel terrible because I can't send you a card if you click on that, because I don't know who you are. So I always feel bad when those come through, and I get a couple every month, and I'm sure you think I never deliver. But if you're a regular and I know you, yes, you do get them. So if you're ever missing one, let me know. Things do get lost in the mail, and sometimes I am forgetful and I might miss a name. So always let me know. And this is Lori Heiling. And I thought, how pretty is this with the stripes in the back? And then this is done in white. So look, we have black and white and pink. I think that's just really fun.
Very cool.
How you can, and these look so different from each other.
And I like the little thank you.
Yes,
That is
not
a
fun. So I'm going to
tiny
put us back on. So thanks, guys. And we appreciate you spending this time with us. So let us know. Let me know anything. Let me know what you're up for. Hopefully you aren't cleaning up a soggy basement. And we'll be back. We'll see you on Thursday. We are settled in back in at home. So it's easy to reach us. If you need anything, give me a call. And I appreciate you guys. And it's fun to be home. It was great to go, but it is fun to be home.
It is.
Let me know if you need more information about any of these things, and just know we love you. Bye.